Well, several months ago, I was at work. I specifically remember where I was in Hearts in Eureka, and I kept seeing water. I kept seeing waves, and I kept hearing the word water. And I'm like, okay, what's this? What's going on? What's water? And it kept coming, and I'm like, okay, it's coming as a wave. There's waves, there's a crashing, there's a move of the Spirit. And I'm like, okay, so, another move of the Spirit. Then it keeps coming, and I'm like, but we already have that Spirit, so what's the move for? And then it hits me. The wave that's coming is for those that don't know. Those that don't know Him. The next wave that's coming is for those that don't know Him. And so we're going to start off reading in Matthew 14:22. I'm just read through this real quick. Immediately Jesus made His disciples get into the boat and go before Him to the other side while He sent the multitudes away. And when He had sent the multitudes away, He went up on the mountain by Himself to pray. Now when evening came, He was alone there. But the boat was now in the middle of the sea, tossed by the waves, for the wind was contrary. Now in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went to them, walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw Him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, "It is a ghost." And they cried out for fear. But immediately Jesus spoke to them, saying, "Be of good cheer, it is I. Do not be afraid." And Peter answered Him and said, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." So He said, "Come." And when Peter had come down out of the boat, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. But when he saw that the wind was boisterous, he was afraid. And beginning to sink, he cried out, saying, "Lord, save me." And immediately Jesus stretched out His hand and caught him and said to him, "O you of little faith, why did you doubt?" And when they got into the boat, the wind ceased. Then those who were in the boat came and worshipped Him, saying, "Truly, you are the Son of God." And so, reading this passage, another one came to my mind. What else? Not only was Jesus walking on the water, what else has been noted to hover over the water? Let's go back to Genesis 1. We'll read it. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness, again, was on the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. So there we have two references. Jesus was hovering over the waters. The Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. In the same kind of way, there was darkness in both situations. It was the fourth watch when Peter and the guys were out, and it was darkness before light had been created. The power is there in the darkness. What was it waiting on? Then God said. Where was Jesus when He said, "Come"? He was out in the water. He was out there in the Spirit, in the darkness, but in the Spirit, saying, "Come." Same thing in Genesis. God said, "Let there be light." And it keeps on going. Then God said, then God said, then God said. The power is there, but have we activated it? Have we said, have we spoken up? Let's go back to John chapter 1, 1 through 16. I'll just read it from there, Caleb. It's too hard for my eyes. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things were made through him, and without him nothing was made that was made. In him was life, and life was the light of men. And the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not comprehend it. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. This man came for a witness, to bear witness of the light, that all through him might believe. He was not that light, but was sent to bear witness to that light. That was the true light, which gives light to every man coming into the world. He was in the world, and the world was made through him, and the world did not know him. He came to his own, and his own did not receive him. But as many as received him, to them he gave the right to become children of God, to those who believe in his name, who were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. John bore witness of him and cried out, saying, This was he of whom I said, He who comes after me is preferred before me, for he was before me. And of his fullness we have all received, and grace for grace. The water, Spirit, Jesus' Word, were there in the beginning. If you want to go back to verse 1, Caleb, if you can. If it's not too hard for you. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. They were all there. And that combination of the Spirit hovering over the waters, God there, Jesus there, just waiting. What was it waiting on? It was just a simple voice, a simple command to say, let there be, let there be. Or in our case, healing. In our case, salvation. In our case, freedom. In our case, sickness be gone. It's all just waiting on our voice. And also, to be able to do that, are we hydrated? Are we hydrated enough? Do we have enough water in us to be able to speak? Or is our mouth dry? Matthew 4:12. Caleb. Now when Jesus heard that John had been put in prison, he departed to Galilee. And leaving Nazareth, he came and dwelt in Capernaum, which is by the sea in the regions of Zebulun and Naphtali, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by Isaiah the prophet, saying, The land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali, by the way of the sea, beyond the Jordan, Galilee of the Gentiles. The people who sat in darkness have seen a great light. And upon those who sat in the region and shadow of death, light has dawned. From that time, Jesus began to preach and to say, Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And Jesus, walking by the Sea of Galilee, saw two brothers, Simon called Peter and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishermen. He said to them, Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. They immediately left their nets and followed him. Going on from there, he saw two other brothers, James the son of Zebedee and John his brother, in their boat with Zebedee their father, mending their nets. And so in this instance, we find a couple of the disciples in the boat at the time, because it's what they were doing. It was their way of life. It was their occupation. But remember back, what do we read in the first passage? They were in the boat again. And what's he do? What's he do right here? One, he calls them out, said, come on out of your normal, of what you're used to. Let's not only fish, but let's be fishers of men instead. And what do we carry with us? the light. For the light to be useful, where does it have to be? In darkness. Therefore, casting out darkness. So he called them out, saying, hey guys, come on, we're going to do this. This area has been dark. We're going to change that. We're going to bring some light into the darkness. Now going back to that first passage, immediately Jesus made his disciples get into the boat and go before him to the other side, while he sent the multitudes away. He went to his quiet place. He went to pray. He went to hydrate. He knew more was coming. He just got done feeding a whole multitude of people. It's like, I'm a little tired, guys. I'm a little spiritually, I've been giving out and giving out and giving out. Not only he knew what was going to come next. He had to go rehydrate himself to recharge in his quiet place. Verse 24, Caleb. But the boat was now in the middle of the sea, tossed by the waves, for the wind was contrary. The boat was out in the darkness, just like the Spirit was hovering over the water, so they were all out there. And in this moment, Jesus is out there as well. I mean, I can fully imagine he knows what's going to happen. He's like, I've got a real good feeling he probably knew that the storm was coming. It's out there in the darkness, but he was going to show him some things. And in verse 25, in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went to them. What is the fourth watch? The hardest part, the latest part of night, the darkness before the light, right before things begin to change. Darkest before the dawn. So many references to what the fourth watch is. Spiritually, when we think we can't go on much longer. Spiritually, when all we see around us is pain, sadness, sorrow, sickness, and we feel like there's no way out. That fourth watch, that last part, what do we have to do? Keep pushing. In verse 27, he spoke to them saying, be of good cheer. It is I, do not be afraid. The same word that was there in the beginning that witnessed the Spirit hovering over the waters, the one that is going to go on to say, I'm going to send my comforter to you. So we're going to have both of them with us through the fourth watch of the night. 29, kid. So then he said, come with me. Come out of the boat, Peter. Come out of the boat, Brother Dave. Come out of the boat, Richie. Come out of the boat, Mr. Crouch. How many times have we been asked to come out of the boat and we haven't done it? How many times have we waited to come out of the boat? How many opportunities have we missed to get out of the boat, to go shed light in darkness? He tells Peter, come. So Peter gets up and goes. He then forgets who he's going to because he starts looking around him. But he gets up and goes. Verse 30, Caleb. But when he saw that the wind was boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried out, saying, Lord, save me. So he does. What are we supposed to be doing now? Still walking with him. What was it in the beginning? Walk with him. What was he trying to do with the disciples? Walk with me. Pray with me. Come be with me. Through life, trouble, sickness, brokenness, death, walk with me. In 31, Kevin. And immediately Jesus stretched out his hand and caught him and said to him, O you of little faith, why did you doubt? stretched out his hand and changed the situation. What has he called us to do? Not only the same, but greater. To do more, to have him in our hearts, the Spirit upon us and with us, to walk upon the water, to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep breaking through, to keep seeing people in that darkness, pull them up out just like he did. That's been his goal the whole time. Come walk with me, Peter. Get out of the boat. Leave the boat. Rescue my people from the crashing waves. Be light in the darkness. Be the light I have called you to be. A lot of times we miss it. Simple. How many times have we not got out the boat? How many times have I not got out the boat? And so I keep hearing, water, water, water. We've got to be out there. We've got to be out there ready and willing and able to be able to pull them out of the water, to pull them out of the crashing waves, to pull them out while we're out there walking with Jesus. And I just want to encourage us tonight to do just that, to keep going. It's hard. It's hard for me every day. I think I'm just like, I want to go back, Brother Dave. I want to go back just like you. Someday. I don't know when, but I want to. We just got to keep walking. It'll happen. It's meant to be, it'll be. I don't think it's over. I truly don't. Just got to keep walking, though. So I encourage us all to keep walking. And Caleb, if you want to play that song.